More churches, and the Common Council president's use of the phrase ethnic cleansing to describe the restructuring. Bishop Kimmick says the decision to close the churches is difficult but economically necessary. 7 News reporter Ginger Jeffrey has more.
St. Anne's on Broadway was once one of the largest Catholic parishes in the country. Now only a few dozen people attend Sunday Mass.
A lot of people move to the burbs, and they don't come back into the city no more.
It's a reality the Catholic Diocese is dealing with through its ongoing restructuring plan, and it's why St. Anne's is in the latest plan to close a total of 16 churches in Buffalo and Cheektowaga.
I wish each round of changes would get easier, but they don't.
The city is concerned with what happens to these buildings once the churches close. What they don't want to see is another church end up like this one here, the Transfiguration Church on Sycamore Street. It's been abandoned and decaying since the early 90s.
Whatever happened to the hopes and promises? I heard there was supposed to be a Montessori school, and it didn't happen.
Bishop Kimmick says the city 14 years ago urged the diocese to sell Transfiguration to developers who then let the property rot. The bishop promises he will work with the city to find worthy buyers for the next former churches, but he's still upset with the Common Council for adopting a resolution that includes the phrase ethnic cleansing to describe the church restructuring.
I saw it was appalling, irresponsible, misinformed, it's disgraceful, and I think it's an embarrassment to the leadership of our community here, the Common Council.
Father Joyce at St. Anne's agrees.
They just have a lot of nerve to bring up that word in this context. One of the graduates who we recognize today, she was in a house and she stayed in a closet where she could see people being beheaded in Rwanda. That's ethnic cleansing.
Ginger Jeffrey, 7 News.
Buffalo Common Council member Brian Davis was at the bishop's press conference this afternoon to defend his voting for that resolution, and Davis says he does not agree with the ethnic cleansing portion of it, but he did vote for the resolution because he believes the city needs to be involved in the decisions on what happens to the former.
To make this year the best Christmas ever.
Christmas for Germans is a magical time of the year if we look at the heritage of the parish.
I've got books.
Given that we don't know what the future is, it's pretty special.
He used to talk Latin to Sister Auxilia.
I mean, most people come and see this place and say, wow. It is, they can't believe looking at the outside that this thing was built 150 years ago and they had the expertise and the manpower to do this.
St. Anne's
Messenger, one of the finest Gothic structures in Buffalo and Western New York. St. Anne's was never a wealthy parish.
Oh my God.
This is a church and building that will never be replicated. And why would you ever, in God's creation, want to close it?
A whole bunch of history.
It will be probably the saddest day of my life.
Once these places disappear, they're not going to be replaced.
I don't know if I can take the pain.
We don't know if we will be back here next year this time. In fact, all the indications are that as a parish as we know it, we won't be.
Make sure that everybody who's ever had any kind of contact, married, buried, baptized, whatever, that they come in and they experience also what we are experiencing now, this last Christmas, possibly.